So how happy am I with my change of my controller on the Himiway? This new controller is twice as strong, at least on paper, as the old one. So theoretically it shouldn't burn. But most importantly, and this is the part that people don't understand because they don't understand how things work. This is a sensorless controller. After I had 2 bad motors and 3 controllers on this Himiway, I've decided I have to do something about it. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. So the Himiway was very, very nice. They offered to exchange the bike for me. But it would have sent me exactly the same bike. And that's the point. I would have had maybe burned 3 more controllers and 3 more motors on it. And it's not the motor itself that burns, the motor quality is pretty good. There are just some pesky little 10-cent sensors in the motor that just blow up from heat. So, you know, when I change the controller, some people are just stupid enough to not be able to understand the genius behind the thing. They are just so bad at tinkering with things that they're just afraid of making anything better or touching anything, you know. Oh, just word to give me a new bike, give me a new bike. And then you wait 3 months for it to come in and you can ride it for a week over here and it blows up again. And that's the point. This sensorless sensor controller, what it runs with sensors or without sensors. So if the sensors go out in the motor, this one doesn't care. Runs a little bit rougher, but still runs. So I have 2 perfectly good motors for the Himiway that have the sensors broken inside, that this controller can use them with no problem. So right now I'm running on those broken motors. If I melt the motor, I put another one in. But the controller just does not care. So there is reliability in simplicity, that's the point. I'm not using this bike in a park. As you can see, I'm not in a park. I'm in the middle of nowhere on a mountain. And that's the whole point behind the swap. Yes, it cost me $157 out of my own money, but it was 100% worth it. Because now I know, or I hope, that this controller is going to be a lot stronger. The motor is only 20 amps and the controller is 35. So it's almost double the headroom. That means that it doesn't run as hot. If it doesn't run as hot, then you'll have a much better chance of not breaking the controller. And that's the whole point. And if you don't burn your controller, then you are good to go on this kind of places, you know. I didn't buy this bike to take my dog in the basket in the park. I bought it to use it, to have fun, and I couldn't afford a $7,000 one. So this is why some people just cannot understand like simple things. Just because you don't know how to use a screwdriver and a pair of pliers to cut a couple of wires and connect them together, it doesn't mean that there's no better way of doing it. And I have that reliability, which is very, very important over here, because otherwise, have you ever tried to push this bike up the hill? Holy crap. Yes, you could pedal down or straight, but up it's heavy. So that's gonna be one of the most miserable hikes you'll ever have. And I know because it broke several times, and I know what it should be. There's some mighty rocks over here. You gotta be careful. And the bushes are quite close. It's quite a tight trail. So yeah, I'm gonna bulletproof this bike at one point. It will be like, the controller is done, the motor seems to be very strong. As long as you keep an eye on temperatures on it, you should be good. You should be good.